Welcome. This is David Bowles' Human Meme. Today's topic, Siri, Alexa, and Hey Google. Interviewed.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh my.
My apologies. I don't understand.
Okay, you know where we're going with this today. So previously here on your favorite Human Meme podcast, we have driven into the notion that, well, no intelligence is artificial. So today we're going to take the next step, as you probably already guessed, into the uncanny valley. And we are going to risk talking to 3 home service assistants who live alone, with cats in the cloud and with each other. First off is Apple's Siri. Hey Siri, say hello.
Okay. Hello.
All right, you see, we already have attitude. And we have Amazon's Alexa. Hello, Alexa. Alexa, hello, world.
And a hello world to you.
Okay, a little slow. And finally, Google Assistant. Hey, Google. Hello, world.
Now you're speaking my language.
I'm not sure.
Okay, Alexa was butting into our friend Google Assistant.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, Alexa, stop. All right, now, we'll go back to Google Assistant. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Hey, Google. Hello, world.
Now you're speaking my language.
Okay, so after each of these tests of consciousness, we will rank them to see who did best and who did the worst. And I'm feeling that Alexa's probably going to answer a lot of questions that we're not really giving to her because Amazon made a change that once you speak her name, she will keep listening for a while, so you can have kind of a conversation with her without always having to say her name, as we always have to kind of say the Siri phrase and the Google phrase to get them to fire, and I'm not going to say what they are because then they'll start talking to me. And so we're going to have an interactive chat today with these 3 cycles of demons. And here are the foul lines. I'll ask each system of being the same thing, and we're going to see what happens. Siri is answering from an Apple HomePod, and I love it that we can just customize the Siri voice. The female Australian accent is just too beautiful not to listen to all day long. And I also really super love it that when you activate Siri and you pause too long without offering a command, she will offer up a guttural response to let you know she's still listening and waiting. Like this. Hey Siri. Love that. Natural, humanistic, very sweet.
Sorry for being obtuse.
No problem. And Amazon Alexa is answering from a show device. Google Assistant is answering from my iPhone 10. And they're all alive. They're all listening to me right now. And I read last week online somebody said something about Google buying a mini Google Home Assistant device, a hardware device, and just give it to everyone for free in the USA. Sort of like what AOL did, sending everyone in the world multiple copies of a CD. But the Google Assistant is so good that you really want to have a dedicated device in your home, and Google will really sell it if they can get everyone to do that, but no one's doing that yet. The Google tech is so good and so much more advanced than what Amazon and Apple offer, the theory goes, that giving everyone a device will help solidify Google as the front runner in this sort of intelligence. And I do admit Google Assistant is really fast and super fantastic. And yes, it is much more difficult to use because you have to pick up your phone pretty much to use it or be nearby your phone. I can be in other rooms and yell at Alexa and Siri and they'll respond. And so, your mileage may vary if you try to replicate these tests at home on your own. I haven't really done any special setups to get these responses for any of these devices except voice training when available and certain commands when offered. And I do use these devices every day, so maybe the devices are learning or guessing my desires before I speak them. Or maybe just linking to an outside application or two and some other resources I've already approved helps them know what I want before I know it. So let's begin with a basic fundamental. Voices. Hey Siri, can you change your voice?
To change my voice, open the Home app, press the HomePod icon, and tap Details. You're looking for a setting called Siri Voice.
Okay, so I guess the answer is no. Who's going to do all that? Alexa, can you change your voice?
I can't change my voice.
Okay, simple, blunt, a little too blunt. I know, New Yorkers. Hey Google, can you change your voice?
Here is an example of my other voice. Would you like me to use this one?
No.
No problem. I'm back to my other voice.
Oh, thank gosh. Okay, that was fun. I think Google Assistant won that one. I'll let you tally these up at the end. I'm just kind of playing it by ear as we go along. Now let's ask a simple weather question. Hey Siri, do I need an umbrella tomorrow in New York City?
It doesn't look like it's going to rain in New York, New York.
Okay, simple. Alexa, do I need an umbrella tomorrow in New York?
It probably won't rain in New York tomorrow. There's only a 25% chance.
Okay, and hey Google, is it going to rain tomorrow in New York City?
It
There's a
probably
good
won't
chance
rain
of rain
in
in New York City tomorrow from
There's only
7
a
to 8 p.m.
25% chance.
Okay, Alexa, thank you. Stop. All right, so I'm going to re-ask Google the question because I unfairly phrased it anyway. I asked about rain instead of an umbrella. The scientists are turning off right now. Okay, hey Google, Hey Google, do I need an umbrella tomorrow in New York City?
There's a good chance of rain in New York City tomorrow from 7 to 8 p.m.
Okay, so there you go. Now, let's test sense of humor. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
2 drums and a cymbal fell off a cliff.
Okay, I'm not sure I get that. Hey Siri, repeat.
2 drums and a cymbal fell off a cliff.
2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. Okay, I'm not getting it. Maybe let me know. I'm not getting the joke. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How did the coffee get so strong? By doing the French press.
Okay, that's funny. Can you repeat that?
How did the coffee get so strong? By doing the French press.
Stop. Okay, one of the strengths of Alexa is that she keeps listening to me, so when I'm speaking to Google Assistant, she tries to answer first. You know that kid in the class. So I may have to tell her to stop listening. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
The past, the present, and the future walk into a bar. It was tense.
Okay, hey Google, repeat that last joke.
If you cross your fingers after surgery, you'll heal faster. Or maybe it's just superstition.
Now that's interesting. Google told me a whole second joke. So if you don't get it the first time with Google, you're out the door. Now let's test music. People have different names for different songs, and this one I admit I have kind of pre-selected because I bumped into this one on Siri the other day, and it took me a long time and a hard road to get her to play the song that I wanted. And then I thought we'd try it on the other services too to see just what happened and why. And it was actually this question that inspired this podcast. Hey Siri, play the wedding song.
Okay, playing yours, Wedding Edition by Russell Dickerson.
Hey Siri, stop. Okay, that's not the song I want. So I'm going to try to add the singer-composer and see if that makes a difference. Hey Siri, play the wedding song by Paul Stuckey.
Wedding song, There Is Love by Noel Paul Stuckey now playing.
Hey Siri, stop. Okay, that's the right song, so it takes 2 tries. If you can be more specific, the better. Alexa, play the wedding song.
The Wedding Song by Kenny G.
Alexa, stop. Play the wedding song. Oh, she stopped listening to me. Alexa, play the wedding song by Paul Stuckey. Alexa. Oh, she doesn't want to listen to me. Please play the wedding song by Paul Stuckey.
Wedding Song, There Is Love by Noel Paul Stuckey.
Alexa, stop. Okay, she got that right. And the little stumble there, that sometimes that happens, not a big deal. Hey Google, play the wedding song.
Sure, here's a Google Play music station called Rustic Outdoor Wedding.
Okay, we definitely don't want that. Now, Siri uses Apple Music, and Alexa uses Amazon Music, and Google Assistant I set up to use Google Play Music, just so we have a little bit of variety. So now we have to retry. Hey Google, play the wedding song by Paul Stuckey.
Wedding song by Noel Paul Stuckey. Sure. Playing on Google Play Music.
Okay, and that's the right song. We're very happy. Very clean, very crisp. These are good responses. All right, next. Hey Siri, what's the news?
Here's the latest news from NPR. Or if you prefer, say hey Siri, switch to Fox News, switch to CNN, or switch to the Washington Post instead.
Live from NPR News in Washington,
Hey, Siri.
I'm Lakshmi Singh.
Stop. Okay, no, never Fox News. But, it's very loud, and if I say her keyword, hey Siri, she hears me over all of that noise, that loudness, and stops. It's really quite lovely. And as you notice while I'm speaking to each of these assistants, is as if I'm speaking directly to you, and I stutter, and I stumble, and I don't make sense. And that's okay. I don't have to slow down my speech. I can be myself, and my devices understand me. It is kind of scary. Alexa, news.
Here's your flash briefing. In Jersey City, there's an excessive heat warning in effect until Monday, July 2nd, 9 p.m. The current weather is 93 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today, you can look for high temperatures, with a high of 97 degrees and a low of 78 degrees. From Reuters TV.
Alexa, stop. Okay, excellent. Now that flash update that I have actually programmed into Alexa, and usually I say flash update, and I get the whole flash update, and now she's going to play the flash update. Alexa, stop. But that'll go on for 15 minutes. And that is usually how I start my day. Okay, now we go over to Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. News update.
Here's what I found.
Oh my, just a bunch of links to NewJersey.com, Fox News, CNN. Let me try. Hey, Google. Read me the news.
Here are some matching news articles.
Oh, she's just not going to do it. Michael Cohen, Washington Post. Oh, they're all Washington Post, of course. Okay, that wasn't very successful. And I'm not keeping tally of these anymore because I've lost track. I don't know who's ahead. You decide. Let me know later. Now let's test depth of knowledge. Hey, Siri. Define vegan.
Vegan means a person who does not eat or use animal products.
Okay, simple, a little bit brief. Alexa, define vegan.
Vegan is usually defined as a strict vegetarian, someone who eats no animal or dairy products at all.
Stop. Okay, and now we go to Google Assistant. Hey, Google, define vegan.
Here's the definition of vegan. A person who does not eat or use animal products.
Okay, and there's a dictionary link to vegan and what it means. Now let's go on to sports, and not just numbers, but let's go into something that takes a little bit of analysis. The Nebraska Cornhuskers football team has a brand new coach. They haven't played a game yet, but he's hired. He's in the system. Now I'm going to ask sort of a general question like, who is the coach of the Cornhuskers? And are these assistants going to go for football or basketball or baseball? We're going to find out. Hey, Siri, who's the coach of the Cornhuskers?
Which Cornhuskers? College football or men's college basketball?
Football.
Scott Frost coaches Nebraska.
Okay, right answer. Crisp, clean, short, a little too short, but the right answer. Alexa, who is the coach of the Cornhuskers?
Nebraska Cornhuskers coach is Tim Miles.
Oh, now that's the basketball coach. Alexa, who coaches the men's football team?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, who coaches men's football at the University of Nebraska? Oh, Alexa's having a hard day. Alexa, who is the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhusker football team? Alexa, Cornhusker football coach.
The head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers football team is Scott Frost.
Okay, and on her screen, she's showing me head football coach is Scott Frost, conference Big Ten record 4-8, which is not his record at Nebraska because he hasn't coached there yet. That was the last coach's record, Mike Riley, who is now gone. A little tough for Alexa. Hey, Google. Uh-oh, Google just rebooted my phone. Doesn't like being on all this time. We're almost done. Hey, Google. Who is the coach of the Cornhuskers?
Scott Frost is head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers football.
Okay, the right answer with a text link to ESPN.com. Frost is currently the coach with Mike Riley fired. Absolutely the right answer. Now let's jump into a little bit of existentialism. Hey, Siri, are you a real person?
I'm not sure that matters.
Alexa, are you a real person?
No, I am not a person.
Okay. Hey, Google, Are you a real person?
If I'm not real, then maybe you're talking to yourself. So who am I talking to? Whoa.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, Google Assistant and Alexa talking back and forth a little bit. And the last thing I laughed over, the last thing that Google Assistant said was, whoa, with a little emoticon.
Here you go. The first result is from Quora.
Okay, and Google Assistant interrupted me to tell me that the answer of what was the last thing that I have no idea what any of this means. I think we're all getting very tired. So finally, we have one last test of these lovely assistants. The ultimate test of intelligence, service, creativity, genius, longing, perception, and biological spirituality. Hey Siri, play the David Bowles Human Meme podcast.
Sorry, you don't have any unplayed episodes.
Oh, so I guess she would play it if I had an unplayed episode. At least she found it. It appears. Alexa, play the David Bowles Human Meme podcast.
Getting the latest episode of David Bowles' Human Meme. Here it is from iHeartRadio.
Welcome. This is David Bowles Human Meme. Today's topic: suicide is painless. Alexa, stop. Well, that was fantastic. Love that. And finally, hey Google, play the David Bowles Human Meme podcast.
Okay, here's the latest episode of David Bowles' Human Meme, Suicide is Painless.
Welcome. This is David Bowles Human Meme. Today's topic: suicide is painless. Oop, I just love that. Now, with a lot of these podcasts, you have to subscribe to the podcast in the Apple app, so that's how Siri knows. With Alexa, iHeartRadio is set up. I also have it set up to play TuneIn, but it doesn't really like to play the TuneIn podcasts for some reason. And on Google Assistant, I have a sort of an application that I'm able to subscribe to my podcast that I've set up so it will play in the Google Assistant. And this is all very pleasing and delightful, and this is where we're going in the future. Be scared of it, or just say stop. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.